Hey, so I want to take the time out to speak to my young nurses. So, having been in the profession for a long time, it's safe to say that I've garnered enough experience where I can speak to young nurses that are coming into the profession that have the drive, have the push, and just want to get out there, get their feet wet, and just deep dive into the profession. Let me tell you, don't shy away from any opportunity to grow. When you're in the clinical settings, remember you have already gotten the book knowledge. You have already gotten everything you need to know during school. During school, you might have not gotten some of the skills. You might only be working on mannequin, but now this is real life situation. I recently met a young nurse and I noticed she kept asking me about wanting to go to travel. She wanted to be a travel nurse. She barely graduated from nursing school. It's not even 6 months. And, she's just curious what's the money like and everything. And, I kept talking to her and I'm like, please, don't worry about travel nursing. It was here before we started and it will be here after we even leave the profession. So get your feet wet, understand what's going on in the clinical setting, get all the experience that you can get. I remember when I just graduated from nursing school, I was so timid, I was so fearful because you have some nurses that can be very harsh and they expect that when you get out of nursing school, you're supposed to hit the ground running and know it. You have some nurses expecting that you know it all. But take your time, find yourself a mentor, and just make those baby steps. Try not to shy away from things that you don't know. You're still learning. It's a ever learning profession. All you need to do is find yourself someone that can be a big sister or a big brother to you. If you see something that's going on that you're interested in, that you've never gotten the experience in, go get those experience. If you've never insert Foley before, find the surgical unit and go around, ask nurses, can I insert your Foley today? Can I do this? If you've never inserted NG tube, go on the surgical floor. I promise you, you will get all the skills that you need to get and you will perfect them. After getting a few, it will become easy peasy for you. So get all the knowledge, get all the experience that you can get before you want to rush out there and risk your license. Because one of the things that young nurses are not understanding, when you start when you become a nurse, when you get that license, some nurses expect that you know it and you're to run. You're now on your own license. You're no longer being monitored or mentored most of the times. They're expecting that you should. While some nurses, some areas, they expect that they will nurture you and take care of you. So stay in the nurturing position for a little bit. Understand what you need to understand, gain the skill set so that whenever you are on your own, you're able to build on what you actually came into the profession with. So while I know that the earnings will be small when you just leave nursing school, try your utmost best to just keep your head down for a little bit, get all the skills that you need to get under your belt, understand what's going on, learn to think critically and quickly so that whenever you decide to go on your own and start traveling as a nurse, you are actually a very good nurse that have the skill set to match with the older nurses that are out there. Because when you become a travel nurse, No one is going to baby you. They're expecting that you know everything that's going on. You get 1 or 2 days of orientation, and after that, you're on your own. So please, young nurses, don't be so quick to rush out there to risk your license. Remember, this is 3 or 4 years of hard work. Hard work. Don't lose your license because you are just wanting to earn more money. You will get there, trust me, and you will get there so quickly. I remember when I just graduated nursing school, I worked in the #1 hospital in Jamaica, Kingston Public Hospital. Big up to Kingston Public Hospital at all times. And I have garnered so much skills. I have learned so much. I have learned from some very good doctors. I've learned from some great nurses, and I have no regrets. I believe the way how I got my experience as a young nurse, it's one of the best things that could ever happen for me. I know in America here, you can actually leave nursing school and jump right into a specialized area. In Jamaica, it was not like that for me. In Jamaica, you actually have to go into all the different areas. And where I worked, the #1 hospital in the Caribbean, I actually had to do medical unit, surgical unit and each of these units you go for at least 6 months. You have orthopedics, you have specialized area where you have ENT, facial max, neurosurgery, urology, and those were critical areas that prepare you for all the other specialized area in nursing. So after you've completed all these specialized area, you can say, hey, to your director of nursing services, I think I'm interested in ICU, and then they'll try and get you in that area. I think I'm interested in renal, and they'll get you into those areas so you can actually get some practice, and then you go off and do the course. Different from America, you just go into that area and then you go and do the exam. While in Jamaica, we actually do a course. So for renal, if you want to become a dialysis nurse in Jamaica, you definitely will be in the area for a few months, and then the director of nursing services will help you get into the course, where you will do the course for about 6 to 9 months, and then you do your certification. Same thing for ICU, and it's also the same thing for any specialized area in nursing when you're in the Caribbean, in Jamaica. So nurses, I'm telling you, you will get there at some point. Don't rush it. Trust God. Find you a good mentor. Find you a very good mentor in nursing, a very good nurse that can nurture you through the profession, that have time to explain things to you, that have the time to show you. You will make mistakes. I remember having a nurse, and we were supposed to do a Foley, and he kept messing up the sterile field. He messed up the sterile field about 4 times, and I said, you're going to still have to do it. And he did it. The patient was patient enough. The patient understand that we're in a learning facility, and they were willing to allow him to just do the right thing and not expose the patient to any form of infection. So nurses, don't be too quick to rush out there and risk your license. Essentially, you will get there and you'll do great, Nothing will change in the profession where you cannot make a feasible living. You will be able to live. You will be able to take care of your family. Just take your time. Take those baby steps. Sometimes some people will ask, how do you know all of this, or how do you know how to do that and that and that? It's because I took the time and I get the skill. If I needed to know how to do IV, I know sometimes in America it's probably like you're practicing on a mannequin. In Jamaica, I remember with the University of the West Indies, you actually had to get 20 IV signed off. And so go to the ER. A nurse will not turn you down. Go to the ER, keep practicing. I remember going into the hospital early in the morning and just trying to take off those labs for the intern, because the interns are the one that takes off the labs in the morning for their residents so that they can have it for their rounds. And I remember just keep doing that until, and pairing with one of those doctors, the resident doctors, and they're willing to teach you. And after a while, you develop that skill. That's a new skill that is tucked under your belt. If you don't know how to do NG, Foley, go to the ER as well, or go to a surgical unit. They will help you. You will find a nurse that will walk you through the process. Nothing to me like when a nurse want to learn, a nurse want to stay in the know. I will go down there with you. I will be there with you. But if you shy away from the work and I don't know how to do this, and no, you will never know how to do it if you do not try and if you do not push to learn the skill. So, as I'm telling you, find yourself in a good hospital where you can actually get a year experience in medical surgical, and then that will give you enough so that if you decide to go into travel nursing as a med surg nurse, at least you have some amount of skill set and knowledge to go out there. But do not get out of nursing school, get 3 or 4 months or stuck yourself in a nursing home, get a few months of experience and feel like you're ready. I have seen multiple nurses lose and risk their license. Even myself, I'm still trying to learn. I'm still trying to know some of the things. And it's not only just learning what's going on. You have to know the laws that govern your state, the laws that govern your license, and be able to practice safely. You will learn how to dot all your I's, cross all your T's, cover your license, and protect yourself at all times. So I'm just saying this to nurses because I'm seeing it happen ever so often. Nurses are just rushing out to get into the space where they think, I need to make some big bucks. The big bucks will come. I promise you, the big bucks is going nowhere. Make sure you get the experience. Make sure you get the experience where you can practice safely, because lawsuit is not a good thing, and going to prison is never a good thing. I don't know if I can ever go back to school to do all that I've already done. Back when I did my degree, it was 3 years. Now it's 4 years. Can you imagine? So please, I'm asking you, nurses, young nurses that just leave nursing school, get all the experience that you can get so that you are well prepared to handle any situation out there. And yes, you will have help, but just remember, when you're a travel nurse, it's a dog eat dog world out there. No one will baby you. No one. And people will be watching and they will be talking. So please protect your license like your life depends on it. If you love your license, protect it. Protect it. Protect it like it's your life. Protect your license. Don't be careless. Don't be reckless with it. Just protect your license. You will work to make a lot of money. There's so many different areas in nursing that you can, just make sure you learn what you need to learn and you'll be fine. Okay? All the best. I hope my advice will work. You can discuss in the comment section and tell me what you think or ask me any advice. I will definitely touch on those topics. Okay? Have a good one.